Hi, social today is not going to be too much because you guys are just continuing to work. I just wanted to provide a little bit more clarity around, first of all, how to act, or first of all, what to do. And then just to make sure you guys understand, I didn't go through a rubric at all yesterday, but I'm going to go through that today. So it's probably wise for you to watch that and then kind of like see where you're at so that you know how to do your own kind of self-improvement so you can get like good grades in this, hopefully. And then I'm also gonna show you how to access onto Storyboard as the last thing because I think that most people are there, but if not, I'm gonna provide that at the end as an extra reminder, okay? So, okay, now this was, first of all, step one, okay? Which your task is to research what this right of freedom is all about. Okay, so depending upon your individual group, you guys all know who you are. You could research it. I'm going to post this link on our website. It has the exact link to the Canadian Charter, which is like right here. It's the Government of Canada website, and it shows like fundamental freedoms, democratic rights, okay, mobility rights, all that. So if you want to do a little bit more research, you're able to access it there, or you could also watch the mini lesson which I've made for you. Okay. And then you're talking about what does this right and freedom protect? Okay, so you kind of have to know that, and then what actions would be prohibited so that you are able to then create your storyboard. Okay, so now step two, which we did yesterday, is creating of the storyboard. And it needs to show, like showing the right or freedom. Okay, so each person, again, is creating either the right of freedom, the right and freedom being upheld. So that means it's being positively shown. Yes, there are democratic rights which are being upheld in this situation because what's happening, okay? Or you could choose to take the approach of, this right and freedom is not being showed, it's being denied. So what would be a situation that you could create related to your right and freedom that shows it not happening? Okay, so it's like if the government were to come in, they would say, this is not right. Okay, so it must be realistic and clear to understand and identify what is going on. Okay, oh, one more thing I just have to say. Okay, you are not giving away if the right or freedom is being upheld or if the right or freedom is being denied. Okay, so I don't want to see the police coming in at the last moment being like, what is going on here? You have to show equality. Everyone is allowed to have a seat on the bus regardless of the color of their skin. Okay, I don't want to see it given away if your right is being upheld or if it's being denied. Because when we're going to present these, you're going to try to make the class guess what's happening, whether it's a good example or whether it's a poor example. Okay, so don't give it away. Okay. Now, to go over just this rubric a little tiny bit more, or go over it, I guess we haven't gone over it at all. Okay, so what to include? Okay, so to get an E, 2 plus frames, okay, so you would still do 2, it's like fine, as long as they show a clear and creative, realistic situation which shows extension of thought, okay? So you're not just gonna take something that's like pretty well known to like everybody, but you're gonna sort of do something a little bit more creative, a little bit more unique than just something kind of like run of the mill, like something that we're seeing super commonly in the media today, okay? And then number CA would be 2 frames with a clear and realistic situation which shows some additional thought, okay? So it's still clear, it's still realistic, it's just a little bit less on the creative side and a little bit less on like the showing of extension of thought side, okay? And RA, again, would have probably 2 frames with a clear situation which shows accuracy of the concept. So it would be really clear to understand what the right or freedom is, okay? Either like being denied or upheld. Doesn't matter for any of these if you're doing upheld or denied. And then a D is you have 1 frame with a situation that has some link to the concept. So it's like a little bit difficult for us to clearly understand. Okay, so only some link. That's why it's not fully at like what's being expected. And then a B is either incomplete or off topic. Okay, so that is that. Okay, now the next thing I wanted to show you was, well, that's not it, was this. Okay. All right. So storyboard that. Okay. So now, first of all, okay, so you go to our class page, okay, And then you have to scroll, like I'm going to have the lesson posted here, which you're going to be watching, right? Go underneath the Zoom. Oh, by the way, I'm so sorry I kicked everyone out of our Zoom yesterday. I meant to press and breakout room because it was like literally like 3 o'clock anyway, but I accidentally pressed end meeting. So it just like stopped it. I honestly have these like visions of myself doing that many times, but I haven't. And the other reason I did the automatic quit is because everyone was in a breakout room. If somebody was in another room, then I could have assigned somebody else to be a host. Anyway, I'm sorry, but at least it was the end of the day anyway. And I think people maybe were already good and they just continued to work. Okay, so you go down to here, which shows Storyboard that, okay? Click on it because it's linked to my teacher account classroom, okay? So then when you go there, it's going to ask you to make this account. So you have to make up a username and you have to make up a password if this is your first time going there today, okay? If you've already been able to access it, then you'll just go log in, okay? But like I just said, if you're going there for the first time, or even yesterday if you had problems with this or whatever, I didn't clearly say this, so this is my fault, I'm sorry. I didn't actually know that it would make you make a username and password, but you create your own username and your own password, and then I will still see it on my teacher side in case you happen to forget it, okay? So I already have mine. Okay, so I'm gonna go log in, and then where was the one that I had been making? Let's see. Okay. Oh, where is the one that I'd made? Then you go back to Storyboard that, my dashboard. Oh, right. Okay, so then you might have your own. This is my teacher side, of course. Okay, so I didn't name my story. I probably should name my story, edit my title. Democratic rights. Or not. Okay. Okay, there we go. Save. Okay, you could add a description if you wanted to. Okay, cool. Then you just get to do that, work on this. So you can press edit, okay, to go back in and work on it. And then as you guys know from yesterday, you're able to drag in any of the scenes that you'd want. So, you know, it's kind of fun. Then when you feel like you are done, then you go save, okay? I guess save and continue. Okay, so save and continue if you want to go back to it. I'm going to press that one. Okay, and then if you are done, you could take a screenshot and send it to me. Or I think, oh, maybe I want to do this one, save and exit. Okay, then there should be a way to download the PDF. Yes, there you go. So if you press save and exit, it's going to bring you to this, which shows these like orange tabs. And then I think you need to go download. Okay, and then it's probably going to give you something like this. The best one is a PDF. Okay, PDF. Wait a few seconds to prepare your download. Okay, then it's going to pop up. Cool, there it is. Okay, so of course I haven't finished mine, but yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. And then if you want to continue editing, of course, you just go back to this edit. Okay, so again, to navigate, you always just go to this home board. Okay, and then hopefully you have your storyboards. And then you just go edit. Okay, and then that's where the magic happens. Okay, so this is not due until Thursday. You can continue working on this now, or you can continue working on this like tomorrow. Yeah, up to you. And then we're gonna do presentations. I was thinking we do presentations next week since they're due on Thursday, okay? Yeah, but you do need to have them in to me. I'd suggest maybe handing them in on just like even just, well, I guess maybe I should make a Dropbox for these on our social studies page. That's probably the easiest thing for me to do. I'll just do that. And then you guys can upload them into there. Or I guess if you want to just put them, sorry, in your group chat, you can too. But no, I'm going to make a Dropbox because then when I mark it, then you can see directly how you've done it. That's probably a better method. Okay, that way you want to keep it private from your other group members. Okay, there you go. So that is it for today. And I'll see you for our agenda notice at 3 o'clock. Okay. And I'm going to go over the show what you know at that point. And then I will go back in and make sure that people, if you've done the social or the science stuff, then I'll give you guys the link for the cool website. Okay. So again, it's just optional though. Okay. See you soon.